I'm Nina and welcome to another chair yoga video. Our focus today is on our foundation. Whether it's our feet or our seat, we'll be focusing on that today. Grab a block or some other prop to help connect your feet to the floor when we're seated towards the back of the chair. Other than that, we're ready to go. Join me. We'll get started on our chair, connecting our feet to the earth using that prop, and slide your body back so that the back is supported by the back of the chair, but you're not slumping into it, but sitting up tall. Let the palms rest face down in the lap. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. The invitation is to soften or close your eyes and just arrive here in your chair. As you rest here, begin to even out the breath. Letting the inhales and the exhales lengthen, slow down, and match each other in length. And take a moment to tune into that sensation of the earth or the prop beneath your feet. And notice all of the places where you're connected to the chair. The sitting bones, the back sides of the thighs, perhaps the back of the knees. Just noticing all of those places where you're connected. And then we'll stack those palms at heart center, and we'll take a moment right now to set an intention for this practice, whatever it is that's important to you today. And then release those hands back down to your lap. Take a circle with those shoulders. We're going to move to the edge of the chair, connect our feet to the floor, but keep that block close by because we'll be using it again soon. My feet are on the floor. I can push into my feet, get a little bit taller. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. And let's first move to head and neck. Very gently drop your right ear down to your right shoulder. Slow movement here. Feel that stretch in the left side of the neck. Take a breath or two here. And then return the head to neutral. And we'll drop left ear down to left shoulder. So we feel that connection to the earth still. We feel that connection to the chair. And we're just bringing a little bit of motion into the neck. Starting to warm up the spine just a little bit by a little bit. Bring the head back to center. Let's try and move now with the breath. We'll take an inhale here. As we exhale, very slowly, gently drop right ear to right shoulder. And then as we inhale, we'll bring the head back to neutral, and exhale, drop the head in the other direction. Inhaling through center, exhale, drop to the right. Inhale through center and exhale, dropping left ear to the left. And then return to center and pause. Notice how things feel. Maybe take a circle with those shoulders. And now we're going to turn the head. So we'll inhale, sit up a little taller. As we exhale, very slowly, turn that nose to the right. So that head is turning to the right. The nose is kind of leading it there. And then we come back to center on the inhale. As we exhale, we're going to turn the head to the left. Keep your eyes open. Look at the colors, look at the shapes, look at the objects around you. Tracking them with your eyes. Coming back to center on the inhale and letting the exhale take you in that other direction. Now the next time that we turn the head to the right, we're going to pause there. Pause there, notice how it feels. We don't have to twist to the very edge, just twisting to a space that feels comfortable to us. And then on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhaling, turning to the left now. And return to center. And just pause in the center and then drop the chin to the chest and return to neutral. Take a circle with those shoulders. Notice how things feel. So just working first with that neck. Now we're going to move down a little bit to the shoulders, coming into a little seated cobra. Let's take our arms up to a cactus, but a real soft cactus. So the elbows are down below the height of the shoulder. We'll sit up tall. Let me just turn my chair a little bit more towards the camera. We'll sit up tall here, push into the feet. Let's exhale completely. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring those shoulder blades together and down the back. Drop the chin. And exhale, release. Inhale, pull those shoulder blades together. Think about lifting heart center. This time, lift the chin. And release. So it's a very tiny back bend in the upper back. We can include that neck as well by lifting the chin. And release. And let's try not to bring the belly into it. Just let that heart lift. And release. And we'll bring those hands back down to the lap. Palms are down. And now we'll move to the rest of the spine. So let's inhale, fill up the belly, arch the back. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that belly button back to the spine, drop the chin. We can let those hands trace their way up to the knees. Push into the feet. Start to inhale. Come on back up, coming into our cow pose. And as we exhale, we round and release. Cat pose. Be very aware of what's going on with the head and neck. We don't want to throw that head back, but move it with control. Exhaling, rounding. So that whole spine is moving now from the very base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. And after our next exhale, whenever that is, we just come back to that nice tall spine. Again, making sure that connection to the earth is there. Noticing the sensation of the sitting bones on the chair. And now we're going to take it to a lateral stretch. Usually we do this standing. We'll do it seated today. Our feet and our seat are our foundation. Let's pick up the left hand. As we inhale, we're going to reach up and over to the side. So it's more of an up reach than an over reach, right? We want these fingertips as far away from that sitting bone as possible. And then the exhale is going to bring it back down. Now we have a lot of choices. We can take the arm out and up, around and up, and around and down if that feels okay. Or we can trace it closer to the body. That's okay as well. Or we can take it to a cactus and just lift and lower that elbow. The point is, the side body is where the stretch is. So let's do just 3 even breaths here. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, float it down. Notice how it feels with the sitting bones. Keeping them both on the ground the whole time, both on the chair the whole time. Okay, pause here. Now we're going to add that pause at the top of the inhale for 1 count, maybe for 2 counts, and then maybe for 3 counts. If it doesn't feel right, just return to the even breath when you're ready. We inhale, pause for a count, and release. Inhale, extend, side body stretch, pause for 2, and release. And this third one, perhaps we hold for 3, a 3 count, pause, and release. And now we're going to reach the arm up, stay there, continue to breathe, even breaths. And float the arm back down. Let it rest in your lap. Pause and notice how that feels. Big difference from this side to the other. We'll do the other side now. So the first couple of rounds, let's just see how that feels. Let the inhale lift, reaching up, a little bit over, and exhale, float it down. So it might be the big circle. It might be that arm close to the body, inhaling, reaching up. And exhale, float it down. It might be a cactus arm or any combination of the above. But let's try that. 3 even breaths. Inhale and exhale. Keep those feet connected to the floor. Keep those sitting bones connected to your chair. And then we're going to take them up and pause for 1 count. And release. Maybe 2 if that feels okay. And perhaps a 3 count pause at the top. And release. And now we're going to reach the arm up. Keep it there, breathe evenly. So we're sitting heavily into the sit bones, our feet are firmly planted on the floor, and we're reaching out through those fingertips. And then we'll float that hand back down to the lap, take a circle with those shoulders, pause and notice sensations. How did that stretch feel in the side body? How did it feel to pause at the top of that inhale? Now we're going to come back to those soft elbows, palms are open wide, and we're going to add a twist in at this point. Let's take an inhale. As we exhale, we'll take that left hand across to right shoulder, gentle twist. Inhale, returning to center, and exhale, take it the other way. Again, we don't need to go to the very end of our twist. We're just moving in this manner, noticing sensation, exploring how things feel today. Moving with your breath that might be slightly faster or slightly slower than my own. Next time that we're twisted to the right, let's pause here. The hand can rest on your shoulder or it can hover above it. Feel the connection of your feet to the earth and your sitting bones to the chair. On your next inhale, untwist, come back to center. And exhale, take it the other way. Pausing here, resting the hand on the shoulder, on the chest, or letting it hover. And then return. Bring your hands back down to your lap, circle those shoulders. We're going to do a few cat-cows again to bring that symmetry back to the body. So let's inhale, get tall, and as we exhale, round the spine. Let the hands go away towards the knees. Drop the chin. And then inhale, start that slow motion from the base of the spine, lifting up, lifting heart, lifting chin, lifting the gaze. Exhale, round and release. And come on back forward. And after your next exhale, we'll come back to that nice tall spine. We're going to sit back in our chair a little bit. We're going to bring that block back as I promised. Connect your feet to the earth through the block or prop now. And I'm halfway back. There's still about 3 or 4 inches between my back and the back of the chair. And from here, I'm just going to inhale, lift up right arm. Exhale, bring it back down. I'll float it down by my side. And then inhale, left arm. And exhale. Inhale, right leg. Lift it up. Doesn't have to be far. And exhale. And then the left leg. And now we're going to go across the midline of the body. So let's start with right arm, left leg. And lower. And left arm, right leg. Now, if that full leg extension is too much, you can always just come up onto the toes. But we're bringing the brain into the practice now. We'll do one more on each side. And then pause. Bring your hands back to your lap. Take a moment to notice sensations in the body. Now we're going to bring our focus now to the feet. So let's bring that block out of the way. Shift the body forward and put your feet on the floor. Push into the feet. Sit up tall. Notice sensation. We'll let our feet be straight ahead, and let's just come up onto one set of toes and lower, and then lift the other heel and lower. Now you can tie this to the breath, inhaling, lifting, and exhale, lower. Stretching into the soles of the feet. Inhale and exhale. Now let's try lifting both heels at once. We'll do one more like that. And then just notice sensations. Let the feet rest there for a moment. So just waking up the soles of the feet. Now we're going to begin to rock back and forth. So let's pick up the toes and then put the toes down, lift up the heels. Rocking back and forth, a little bit more experience sensation in the ankles, maybe in the shins and the calf muscles. Noticing how this changes things. Again, you don't have to lift very high, just what feels comfortable here. And then pause. Notice sensations. We'll walk our feet a little bit wider. And we're going to start to roll in and out. So coming to the inside of the foot and the outside of the foot. And notice how now the knees are moving in and out, and the sensation might even be experienced in the thighs. And then we'll pause. Let's bring our feet back together. Let's squinch up the toes and pull our feet forward, and then lengthen the toes, put them back down. Do it again. Grab at the earth, pull the feet forward, and release. Let's do one more that way. Then let's bend the toes, put the toes down, slide the heels back. and go forward again. And my friends, these are really good exercises for the soles of the feet to wake up sensation in the soles of the feet. These are things you can do while you're watching TV. Something you could do every day. We'll do one more forward and back. You can go fast or slow. Just notice what's involved. Where do you feel sensation? And then pause. We'll pick up our right foot. We're going to turn the right foot out to the side. Let's make a few turns here. And then pause and spread the toes wide and put them back together. Spread the toes wide, bring them together. Spread the toes wide. Put your foot down. Other foot. Make some circles out to the side, going out with the toes. And then spread the toes wide, bring them together. Spread the toes wide, bring them together. Put that foot down. Okay, now we're going to make circles inside. So take the toes to the inside of the body. Yes. And squinch the toes up and release. Squinch and release. Squinch and release, and put that foot down. Other side, making those circles towards the midline of the body now. And then squeeze the toes and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release, and put that foot down. Notice how things feel. The feet, the soles of the feet, the ankles, the shins, the calf muscles, the thighs, the hips. Notice where you feel sensation. With all 10 toes on the floor, push down, sit up a little bit taller. Pick up all 10 toes now, spread them wide, and put them back down. With all of that focus on the feet, now it's time to stand up and just take a moment to notice how things feel in the soles of the feet. Feel that foundation, that connection to the earth. I've cleared my workspace and I've got this chair close by that I can use it for my fingertip control. We're going to take a slightly wider stance than hip distance, very slight. These are my hips, my feet are just to the outer edge. I can use that chair for fingertip control. I can take an inhale here, and as I exhale, I can sit back into my imaginary chair. Inhale, come on back up. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Let's exhale, sit back into the chair. My knees are bent, my hips are going back. This arm can just reach back. One or both arms can reach back. And then inhale, make it back to standing. Okay, now the next choice is to add that arm. Inhale, reach up. Let the breath lift your arm. And exhale, come back. Chair pose. Inhale, reach up, tall spine. Exhale, sit back into chair. And pause for a moment here. Notice sensation. Okay, now we're going to add on. Instead of coming up to tall spine, let's come up into a little bit of a back bend. Think about that cobra move that we did at the beginning, lifting heart center, lifting that chin and that gaze just a little bit. Let's try that. We have this powerful stance here. Our feet are a little wider than our hips, and we know we feel very safe and secure here. We also have fingertip control if we need it, so we are safe. This will be our inhale. As we exhale, we're going to sit the hips back, let the arm go back. Inhale, reach up, reach heart center up, forward and up, lift the chin. Exhale, come on down. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Inhale, reach up, perhaps look up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Next time we're in chair, we're going to stay there. If you want, you can reach that arm forward, a nice little counterbalance for those hips going back. And now we're going to push into the feet, reach both arms up, reach that heart up, look up. Take another breath here. And then float those arms back down by your side, back down to the chair, wherever feels good. Pause and notice how that feels. Notice the energy that's moving around. Notice that strong foundation. And now we're going to turn and look at the back of the chair. So we're at the back of the chair, fingertips on the back of the chair. We're going to take it to a downward facing dog here. Our spine needs to be long in downward facing dog. So that's what we're looking for. Soften into the knees. Start to step back. Think about long spine, long spine. You might be here. That's fine. Your spine is long. Then we've achieved what we want to achieve. Maybe you step back a little bit farther. Hips go back. They're kind of behind my knees. Maybe you want to bring your ears between your biceps. That's fine as well. Long spine. Breathing here. And then soften into the knees and let's walk back towards the chair to release. Now we're going to do that again. And you can do that from right here. Or if that felt good to you, we can use the seat of the chair. Standing up tall, we soften into the knees and bring the hands to the seat of the chair. You may be at the back of the chair. That's good too. Wherever we are, we soften into the knees and we start to take a step or two back. Notice how things feel and then decide, can I get my spine long here? That's what's most important, this nice long spine. Feel that connection to the earth with your feet. Perhaps they are about that same distance that we did for our moving chair pose that we just did. Let's take another breath or two here. And then soften into the knees, walk towards the seat of the chair. Let's bring one hand to each thigh, push into the feet, and come all the way back up to standing. And from here, we'll sit down in our chair again. So we're back in our chairs. We're going to connect our feet to the floor again so that we can sit back to the back of the chair. And again, I'm not slouching or slumping in my chair, but I'm sitting up, using those muscles of the core to help support me. My feet are connected. Push into the feet. Notice the sensations along the back of the thighs where the thighs are touching the chair seat. And then let's turn our palms up, soften the shoulders down from the ears. Once again, soften or close the eyes. Tune into the body. Notice how it feels now. Pay attention to your foundation, the feet, and the seat. We'll bring a little bit of motion back into the head and neck, gently turning the head to the right and to the left. Very slow movements. And then we'll let the head be still again, and we'll wiggle our fingers, turning the hands at the wrists as well. And then we're going to slide forward and put our feet on the floor if they're not already there. Connect to the earth. Find that foundation. Sit up a little bit taller. Bring the palms together in front of heart center, uniting left and right halves of the body. And take a minute right now to recall your intention, the one that we said at the beginning of this class. And then thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today, to firm up your foundation. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. It is always an honor to be with you. Take this good feeling, my friends, and share it with all that you meet. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.